All right, welcome back to another one. And this one's gonna be a little bit different. 6 things that the pros don't want you to know about. First one will be the wet fish handshake. I'm sure everyone's experienced this. You go to shake a player's hand and you get nothing but a sloppy handshake. Nothing's firm, it's just literally just falls straight off your hand. It's absolutely crazy. When players do this, I feel it's a sign of weakness, and there's a few players out there that does do this, and I'm sure, leave them in the comments below who you think actually has a really dodgy handshake or a wet fish handshake. So basically a wet fish handshake is basically you go to shake someone's hand and it's not strong, it's just falls straight out. So there's a few players, I'm not going to name them here, but drop them in the comments who you think they may be, or if you've come across this before. But the first one is that the moment a player feels that dodgy wet fish handshake, you know you've got them. That's the first one. The second one is when you're about to shake your opponent's hand and they say to you, please give me a shot. This is something that as a player we want to hear, because we know as soon as we hear that, it's game over. You just know that you've got your opponent covered in all areas. They just are basically waiting to lose. So some advice out there for all the lower end players: don't ever say that. Always stay positive. The moment you ask your opponent, please give me a shot or give me a chance, then the top players just know that they're going to run all over you. So cut that one out. Third one is nerves. I see a lot of players, especially if they're about to play someone they've either looked up to or they know that's very good. They get nervous, they shake a lot, and you can see that out on the table as well. You can see their hand shaking, their elbow shaking. What the top players do, they actually harness this very well. I know I've played in many of big things before, down obviously at the crunch end of the tournament. I know I'm feeling nervous, and I know I can feel myself shake, but I try and harness that as good as possible. Sometimes I've won my frame and gotten off the table and said, man, I'm just shaking so bad. And people are saying that it doesn't look like you were shaking out there. It's just because we've tried to hide it as much as we can. If you really show it out there, then that in a way is a sign of weakness as well, and can make your opponent feel a lot better. So try and harness those shakes, and you'll be surprised at the difference that makes. Number 4, big thing, something that I've never done ever and never will do, especially if you want to get better. Never ask for a start. If you're going to play someone, no matter how good they are, always play them off scratch. Race to 3, race to 5, 7, 9. Yes, you're going to lose, but that's how you learn. You're not going to learn anything by playing a great player in a race to 5, 7, 9, whatever it may be, and getting, let's just say, a race of 10, and you're getting a 6 or 7 head start. Even if you beat them, you're not going to learn anything from it. You're going to learn something from it, though, if you start level and you lose 10-1, you're going to learn something from it. Next time you lose 10-2, 10-4, 10-5, I promise you, when that day comes that you almost beat them, you'll learn a hell of a lot from it. And then the day that you do beat them is the day that you feel yourself, you're leveling up all the time. And it might take a while, but that's how you get better. I've never once asked for a start, never will. So if you're ever playing someone and they ask you for a start, that is also something that the top players like to hear as well, because they know it's either going to be a quick win or it's going to be a quick win, either way. Number 5, players that try and pot out all the time. They just go for it. They don't even try and play the game of 8 ball or even some sort of tactics. They just know that they're playing a top level player, and they'll go out and just start potting balls. And then before you know it, they're down to their last 1 or 2 balls they miss, and then the top player comes in and mops up and just can't be beaten. So I see this a lot. Whenever you're playing someone that you really admire or that you hold at a high level, don't just try and blast them off the table. Actually try and learn from it. Try and learn, play a safety if you want, and learn maybe how you got beaten that way, you might do something a little bit different and put a ball over here or do something over there or cover a pocket or cover one of their balls, and then they might do something to change it up on you, and you'll learn from that. You're not going to learn anything from pretty much just trying to pot out because you'd love to beat this player in one frame. So if the out isn't there, pull back and play the game out and watch if that top player, watch how they turn it around and watch how they beat you and learn from that and then use that in your next frame. Number 6, and the final one, and I love this, always look good and be ready for battle. So before the match, sit there, or, it depends if you're playing in a tournament or you're playing your local league, get ready, look like you're ready for battle, stand up, look confident. Confidence can take you a long way in this game. And the other thing is dress well. I know when I play in tournaments, I always like dressing in black pants, black shoes, and a nice shirt, or even a nice t-shirt, or I'd even wear a vest sometimes, you do in snooker. But I feel that if I look good, I might play good as well. If I rock up in tracky pants and, a singlet or something like that, I don't feel like I'll play well, even though, yes, I might, but I feel like I can put more fear in my opponent by actually rocking up and looking the part. So if I'm going to play someone and I'm dressed in tracky pants and t-shirt, they might make an out that, they normally wouldn't make. But if they're playing me and I'm in black pants, a nice shirt, black shoes, and I look apart, it might actually just throw them off a little bit. It makes me look a bit more professional, and it puts a little bit more fear into them. One guy that I've always seen and admire is actually Joel Younger. He always looks apart. Whenever you watch him at big guns, whenever you watch him at a tournament, whenever you watch him anywhere he plays, he's always got his nice shoes, his nice pants, his nice shirt. He looks like he's there for business, okay? I know there's other players out there that just rock up in their tracky pants and, their t-shirts, and they play pool and they play well, and that's what they do. That's fine, but you'll be surprised when you rock up sharp how much of a difference that can make. So if you're trying to get an edge over someone, or you're playing someone that you hold at a high level, dress apart. Show them that you're there and ready for battle. So they're my 6 tips. I hope you enjoyed them. And as always, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Cheers.